Mark, I'm very excited about summer camp this year.
Yes, sir.
And the name is Purpose, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Now, can you tell us when it is and who's coming and what do you have planned?
It's going to be awesome. It's June 23rd to 26th. We'll start this upcoming Sunday, and it goes all the way through Wednesday. It's going to be on the campus. Girls sleep in the North Campus. The guys sleep in the youth center. We're having services in the youth center. And we're going to be going to Six Flags, trampoline park. We're going to the movies together. A lot of life-changing relationship opportunities with students. But we have some guests as well. A group called Social Club Misfits. They pack out stadiums. They are on tour right now, and they're slipping in to come to our youth camp Sunday night. And then also we have the Cincinnati Bengals chaplain, and his name is Lamorris Crawford, and he's going to be speaking as well with us. It's going to be life-changing. And we have Pastor Yu sharing and speaking and investing into our students as well. So we're honored and we're excited about youth camp this year. And the theme is purpose. It's about our students knowing God, finding freedom, but then discovering their purpose.
That's awesome, Mark. You know, I think all of us around this table, you know, have had defining moments. And I know for some of us, it would happen at camp. You know, and that's what we're praying for all the students, that they have a defining moment in their life, that they leave different than they came. And I know, Jose, you had a defining moment when you went to camp, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell us about it.
I remember it was my first year ending studying biology in college, and I was like, man, is this the correct path? Is this the correct track for me? I was feeling like I was giving more time to college that I used to do to church. I grew up in a home that we all serve in church, so I was used to that. And going to that transition, I remember new place, new college, new friends, new influence. It was like super difficult. And I remember going out that first year, I took the decision going to that camp, and it changed my life forever. I remember that I was in that transition of knowing, am I still in the correct place? Am I doing what I was born to do? And I remember after that camp ended, I took the decision. I feel peace on my heart. I remember that camp bring peace to my heart to take that decision. It bring courage. And I went and studied music. And I remember that built my relationship with other guys like Ellie. I remember that going to college, we built that relationship. We have the same interest. And I remember that I started having more time to church, building the worship team, and that helped me to be here today.
Wow. And that defining moment right there at camp.
Defining moment.
That's amazing. I know, Ellie, same for you, right?
Yes, me happened a little earlier in high school. I was always at church, but I was not attending and receiving it. I was attending to church, but not being in church. What I say is I was going, youth services and everything, but nothing was coming into my heart. And camp came up. I said, well, Mom said, are you going? And I said, okay, I'm going. I went there and changed my life because God opens the door to establish my purpose in camp. At that moment in my life, I was being so good in athlete side. I was traveling the whole world, sponsors in aggressive inline skating. And I have the word in front of me. And that camp touched my heart and said, hey, you have to decide if you're going to follow career, fame, or anything, sponsorship, money, or are you going to do my calling? And I remember I got home and my dad said, how was camp? And I said, it was life-changing. So he said, well, you have to take a decision now. Are you going to follow your heart, or are you going to follow your calling? Or are you going to follow your mind? And he asked me that question, and I took the right decision to follow God's calling in my life. I discovered my purpose, and it's why I'm here serving the Lord and leading people to God. And I think camp was that defining moment in my life that helped me see God's face to face and open my heart and make the right decision in my life.
So both you guys are changing the world one person at a time. And you're walking out your destiny. But you can trace it back to camp.
Yes, sir.
Seriously, and a defining moment. I hear both of you talking about your heart, purpose and heart. And you know, for those that are listening to us, parents and teenagers and grandparents, and maybe even business people who want to invest in young people, maybe sponsor someone for camp from their business, is how would you say, what condition, you know, your heart, Jose, when you said, you know, your heart, what would you say, how would you describe your heart as you were at camp?
So, I remember I was feeling so confused. It was indecisions. Like, I'm in the correct place. Am I doing what I need to do? And I remember I didn't knew what happened. What if I supposed to be studying music, biology, what track I supposed to do? So I remember that I just felt peace, total peace. That I was going to the correct track, studying music, and that's what I did today. That's what I'm here.
Yeah.
So you were searching, you were open, you were hungry,
Yes.
you were confused, you wanted to know what your purpose was, and God was faithful. How about you, Ellie, your heart? How would you describe your heart?
You said that word, Pastor, confused, and I think that's where I was. I was confused because everything around me looks perfect, normal, culture. I was fitting right in the culture. I was the popular, the friend, and everybody wanted to be my friend, but I didn't have the right people around me.
Didn't have the right
So
people around.
going to camp, not only I discovered purpose, I discovered relationship that helped me out through defining moments in my life that were building me to walk in God's purpose.
Goodness.
So I came in confused because I thought I had it all, but I found at camp the best relationship. Close, I know God better because of camp.
Wow.
And I went out of camp not confused, decided that my purpose in God was
And it happened at camp.
yes.
You know, likewise for me. You know, it was life-changing for me, a defining moment. I was in junior high. In our particular denomination, they had a youth camp, Storm Lake, Iowa. And I was in junior high. Life-changing.
Wow.
You know, at camp for me. And I think, like you're all talking, is I think when we go to youth camp, I think we're in a different environment. Don't you guys think a different setting,
Yes.
different atmosphere?
Yes.
We're creating an atmosphere where God can speak to us.
Yes.
And so for us, a lot of why we're here today happened out of camp. So Mark, we as a staff and a team and our church family, we're behind camp and what's going to happen this year. And so, you know, again, for anybody who wants to send somebody, sponsor somebody, maybe their own son or daughter, we're talking about how important this really is.
Yes.
And or maybe a grandparent wants to do it, or an aunt or an uncle, or maybe somebody wants to sponsor it for a single parent's family or whatever. And I know some businesses in the past who've sponsored youth.
Yes.
What's the steps? What do they need to do? Where can they go?
Oh, it's very simple. They go to uprisingcotr.com, and they could, if they're registering a student or if they want to donate to a student, there's a link right on there. We'll set them right up, and they can invest. We consider it an investment. We're investing into students. So, you know, thank you so much for your generosity and thinking about the next generation.